Hey everyone, this is Riley, and this is day 3 of me trying to start a freshly milled flour sourdough starter from scratch. Today I am going to start feeding my starter every 12 hours, so I'm going to be feeding twice a day. As you can see, the starter rose a lot and bubbled up a lot in the past 12 hours, which is a really good sign. So I'm starting out by removing all but 113 grams of the starter from the jar. Even though the starter rose a lot, there's not really much I can do with the discard, so I'm just going to throw that away once again. Once the starter is removed, I'm going to mill 113 grams of hard red wheat flour into the jar. Then I am going to pour 125 grams of filtered water into the jar as well. I'm just going to mix that thoroughly until there are no dry flour spots remaining. Now I'll just cover that loosely, put a little mark with an expo marker on the edge of the jar so I know how much it's risen, and I'm going to let that rise for 12 hours. 12 hours later, this is how much it has risen. It did rise and bubble up quite a bit, but not near as much as it did this morning. So once again, I'm just going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to remove all but 113 grams of starter from the jar. Then I'm going to mill 113 grams of the hard red wheat berries into the jar. And then finally, I'll add the 135 grams of warm water into the jar. It's going to be a little bit cooler tonight, so I am adding some extra water and heating that up to about 85 degrees to help balance it out and help it rise a little bit better. I'm just going to mix that thoroughly, wipe the edge of the jar with a spatula to help it stay a little bit cleaner, put a little mark on it, cover it loosely, and let it rise for another 12 hours.